Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there, we're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. On the run, it's Marshall. They stop him right at the 24.
Chris, what a way to start this game. All this hype and build-up in the playoff game. Offensive line says, hey, put it on our back. We'll be able to get things going. And if you can keep running the football like this, man, does it open up the entire playbook.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They'll hand it off. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? He'll hand it off. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? Wideouts now clustered. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He shows off the juking ability, but not much room to run. It's a short game.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Looking downfield. It's Simmons. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the first down.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Now, wasn't alert enough, didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and that'll cost the offense 5. Important third down play coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
The fair catch made at the 25-yard line. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Well, a good run here and a great reminder of what the Sooners are all about. I know they've had quarterbacks that have gone on to win the Heisman in recent years, and Sam Bradford and Jason White and Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, all great players. But, man, when I think Oklahoma, I still think of them running the football with Barry Switzer. Option play, pitching it to the backs. Billy Sims, who won the Heisman. But DeMarco Murray and, of course, Adrian Peterson, Marcus Dupree. So great history, not just of quarterbacks, but of running the football in Norman, Oklahoma.
Trying to create here on the move. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Another Oklahoma receiver making a big-time play for this offense. Man, it just seems like over the years, so many big-time, dynamic receivers have come to Norman. Integral piece of this offense, and they get you the yards you need.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Now it's second down here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
So let's see what the play caller likes here on third and short from the plus 27. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's a quick grab. Tackle, but first down. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The Sooners begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Handoff here from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. From the shotgun, drops back, bringing pressure. He goes down. The first quarter will end on that sack. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. The pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of playing moving forward.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. To throw, it's Simmons. Defense is coming after him. Catch made on the out route. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
A lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
After a first down loss, it's second and long from their 25. Looks right for a quick completion. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long. So this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
So it's third and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long. But when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things. And it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. They're trying to build this lead here. Had to settle for 3 last time out. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
gain makes it 2nd and medium. Tight end goes in motion. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quick completion to the tight end. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Well, this is called settling down in a zone defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards here on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Now, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Catch made on the right side. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to 30. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. That's strong run defense. Not much of a gain on the play. Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that,
he's got room looking for the end zone. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with PAT. The extra point makes it a 10-point game. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. It's a squib kick picked up by one of the blockers on the return team. And the returner will be brought down. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Throws it to the right. He pulls it in for a big gain. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. A timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Looks like one more play here before halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's picked off, threw it across his body, and paid the price. Tackled on the return, and that's how we'll end the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Wolverines will kick this deep to begin the second half. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Sooners offense is back out on the field. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. Touchdown, Michigan. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school. Shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands. Takes it in for a touchdown.
The extra point is good. They trail by 3 now, 10-7. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after going to pick 6 last time out here. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
third down after that running play. That's a design quarterback keeper. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs. The Sooners lining up here on 1st and 10. Looking to pass this time. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. That's a huge gain. Stop finally made it to 43.
I'll tell you what, you're going to load up on this running game and you're going to leave your corners one-on-one. You better be ready when you take on Oklahoma. Think about all the receivers they've had over the years. Just off the top of my head, guys like CeeDee Lamb and Hollywood Brown, they get left one-on-one. They're going to make you pay for it. This receiver showing he's got the quicks to be able to win those one-on-one battles in soft hands. Good timing and a nice gain for the Sooners.
And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Second down after that previous play. Hands off to the left. Finding some room at the 25. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there, the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
The Sooners looking to cash in this red zone trip. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense flying to the football. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They'll run it here. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
And this one is right through.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Bringing it out, it's Stewart. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Running back has it on a screen now. Breaking free at the 35. And they make the stop, but the screen pass fools the defense enough to pick up first down yardage.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history. It's good that they're leaning on it.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the wideout goes in motion. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. Looks left and finds his target there. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Try and muscle for the first down. In the clear at the 25. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
The PAT is up and good. They take a 1-point lead here in the final quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. Fighting off the defender. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
And now the running back's got it again. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
The Sooners will line up on 1st and 10. There's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Second down play coming up. And now the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
You know, all week the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
They're pounding away with the running game. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? This is the 6th play on the drive. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Here comes a handoff. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
And the Sooners move into the red zone. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. Can they convert on 3rd down to keep this drive rolling? Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
What a valuable commodity for this offense. You get down into the red zone, the defense is worried about the receivers to the outside. Who better to get the ball to than the big tight end to be able to pick up a 1st down in the red area? Beautiful play.
First and goal. Any points will give them the lead here in the 4th quarter. Keeping it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz. And that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Tailback tests the middle of the defense. He's swarmed by the defense.
When the defense is holding on for dear life, they've got a lead. It's late in the game. Just trying to keep this offense out of the end zone.
Here we go. One of the biggest moments of the game so far. The field goal unit out there for a high-pressure attempt. He's 2 for 2 so far. This one, the most important, to take the lead in the final seconds. It's good. This playoff one continues with a kick for the ages. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance, cannot